Hello everyone to another Catan video on my channel TSET ABCD. So I'm playing a 1v1 game today. This is my Road to Top 100 series, and in this game I am in the first position. I'm noticing that there is not a lot of wheat available on this board. Also brick is kind of scarce, and that's why I think just going for 9-4-5 seems completely fine. Here I will point my road to the right just so that if I get a chance to get a settlement on 8-3-4, I should be, that's a pretty good expansion spot. For my second placement, I would surely like to get something like 8-3-10. I think that is an excellent spot. 8-5-10, 9-5-10 are also pretty good. So I think there is a pretty good chance I will be able to get one of these three spots because my opponent cannot block or take all those spots for sure. Yeah, even something like 6-5-9 seems pretty strong, but I surely like 8-3-10 a little more, or maybe even 8-5-10 a little more, just because here the numbers are repeating, whereas these numbers are kind of like I have 6 different numbers to begin with. Here my opponent is actually just running out of time, and I think it was the bot who made the placement there for red. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, maybe my opponent is just AFK. So yeah, looks like my opponent is actually AFK. And if that is the case, I think I am completely fine with this because more often not than not in this case, if my opponent doesn't come back in some time, I will be given the win by the bot or by the game itself. So yeah, let's just start with a settlement on trying to get to 3-10-11. I think 8-3-4 is also a target where I can get later on in the game. But here I feel that my opponent is just not going to come back. So 4 is a pretty good roll for me. Let me just start an embargo so that bot doesn't keep on offering trades. So with a 6 I will surely get my settlement. Yeah, so here I get a win, and now my rating is at 1602. Let me pause the video and come back to you when the second game begins, because this was no fun at all. Hello everyone to the second game of this video. So I was able to get this game very quickly, and I am in the second position. So yeah, not a lot of ore available on this board. So maybe if I get a setup like 8-3-10, 6-3-11 seems pretty strong. Or maybe even, okay, my opponent goes for 8-5-10. Here I think I can just go for something like 8-3-4 and 6-3-11. Yeah, I surely like that option. Or maybe even instead of 6-3-11, start with 6-5-11. I think I'll go for that choice. And because I start with a road, no matter where I point, where I place, it doesn't matter what my first or the second placement is. Let's see what my opponent does here. My opponent would want to go for something like 9-5. Okay, goes for 5-4-10. So he's trying to get their second settlement on 9-10. Oh, sorry, their next road on 9-10, which is fine. Yeah. So this early game, I will just do a few quick rolls. Yeah, I don't like these early 7s, especially with the friendly robber active. There is Not much that anyone can do. Okay, another 9 here. Sorry, another 7 here. So I can actually get my road settlement now. I can also get a road on while my opponent is building upwards, which is a little suspect. I'm not sure what his plan is. But at this point, I think just getting a road settlement is fine. For my next settlement, I would actually try and get a settlement on 6-3-11, increasing my ore and sheep production. 11 is a pretty good roll for me, giving me 2 rare bricks. I say rare because I just have 4 and 11 here. So yeah, I think just because I can get a road settlement, I should just go for it. I can actually hold on to these cards, but if my opponent rolls a 7, he will block me. The reason why I was thinking of holding on to those cards was trying to get a settlement on 9-5 before my opponent can get there, but I don't think it is worth that choice. So now 3s would be excellent for me. Here, yeah, I think just the 8 block is fine. I get wood, which is completely alright. Wow, as I said, 3s would be excellent. A 3 does roll there. And rather than going for early cities, I think I'll just try and get a few dev cards just so that I can unblock myself if I need to. That said, I can also get a settlement on 8-3-4, but I think just getting a settlement on 6-9-3 is slightly better at this point, and that's why I'll just build a couple of roads towards that and end my turn. Yeah, my opponent will be able to block the 3 ore or maybe the 8 wheat. Yeah, I cannot do much with the cards I have in hand. Another 11 here. I still cannot do much, so I'll just end my turn. Wow, so these 3s are excellent for me. And here I'll just do a 4:1 and get my settlement on the 6-3-11 tile. Sorry, 6-9-3. This does increase my wheat production. Here, because my opponent has sheep production only on 9, I am blocking 9. Yeah, my opponent is feeling a little frustrated. I can completely understand that feeling. So with the cards I have, still I cannot do much, and now I have to focus on getting cities. I think I'll just do a 4:1, get a wheat, and go for a dev card here. I get a knight, so that's pretty good. I will be able to unblock myself. But at this point, I don't need sheep. I would rather prefer getting more wheat, and that's why I'm not playing my knight. So I can try and go for another dev card, or maybe I will just play my knight here. I do get wood, so yeah, maybe I will build a couple of roads towards 8-3-4. That seems to be a pretty strong spot, and now I'll just end my turn. And wow, a 9 rolls here, so I will be able to get my city and block my opponent as well. Here I think just getting a city on 6-5-11 is pretty strong. I will go for a def card this turn. I believe my opponent can try get a city as well. Actually, he doesn't do much there. And instead of getting a settlement, I think I'll just go for a city here. Wow, I get road building as well. That's pretty good. My opponent does get the largest army, but that is fine. Unfortunately, a 6 rolls there. I needed the sheep here. I could have gotten a settlement at 9-4-11. I am a little surprised that my opponent isn't even trying to get cities and is focused only on dev cards. Here I'll continue to block. Okay, looks like my opponent just resigned again. And now I've been promoted. We'll take a. I'll because these two games are pretty short. I think I will play another game in this video. So I'll pause the video and then be back once I find the third game, and we'll take a look at my ranking at the end. So yeah, I'll just pause it now. Hello everyone to the third video of this third game of this video. So in this game I am in the first position, and I'm noticing that there is a decent amount of all resources. So in this case I think just going for 8-4-10 seems pretty good. I should be able to pair it up with something like maybe 5-10-2 or 8-4-3 would be better, but yeah, even something like 6-3-4 would not be bad. So that's why I'll just start with 8-3-4. I could have also gone for something like 6-5-11 as my first placement, but this seems completely fine. Let's see what my opponent goes for though. So with that placement, I think I can actually just go for maybe because my opponent is starting with a road in hand, I think I'll also do the same thing. Start with a road in hand, and in my case, I think just going for 5-10-2 is completely fine. This way I have a lot of room on the right to just expand, and I can immediately cut off my opponent from getting to the 5-4-11 spot. To be really honest, rather than getting a settlement on 5-4-11, I would prefer to get a settlement on 6-5-11. That seems to be a better spot for me. So that is what I'll try to do. I do produce a decent amount of brick. And although I can get my settlement, as I said, I will be holding on to these cards just to get a road settlement on 6-5-11. So yeah, I'm able to do that now, and I will surely go for it. So this increases my wheat production by quite a bit and also gives me some more production. And next I think I'll get a settlement on maybe 6-9 just to increase my ore production and also my wood production. At this point in time my wood production isn't the best. I am dependent on 4s, and my opponent will most likely block the 8 brick or maybe the 5 sheep. Okay, blocks the 4 word, which is also alright. Here, yeah, I'll just go for a def card. I get a monopoly, that is pretty good. That can hinder my opponent's progress by quite a bit. Let's see what he tries to do though. I think my opponent can get a settlement fairly easily at this point. Or maybe he doesn't have sheep in hand. I think, yeah, that's because he got a dev card. I think he is lacking a little bit of sheep in hand. Here I will again go for a dev card just so that I can get a knight and unblock myself. Yeah, these 5s are excellent for me. Unfortunately, my opponent is the only one who is rolling 7s. Will block the 5 sheep and steals the sheep as well. And I will not be playing my knight just yet, just because I cannot block my opponent in any way. Because he hasn't built a road, or sorry, built a settlement yet. Wow, very lucky there to get a 2 roll. So I'll just build my road and end my turn. Yeah, not much for me to do. So my opponent is waiting quite a long time to get their first settlement. Here I think I'll just go for a city now, just do a 4:1. And I will get a city on 6-5-11. I know the 6 wheat and the 5 ore will almost never be blocked by my opponent. Okay, my opponent plays a knight. Will block the 4 wood again, I believe. He blocks the 6 wheat. Yeah, I'll still hold on to these cards. 11 or a 5 will actually give me a settlement. Okay, my opponent just plays another knight there. Wow. So my opponent is still not. So if I roll a 7, that will be very, very bad for my opponent. And that is exactly what happens here. So yeah, I cannot block my opponent yet. So I'll just place a robber and end my turn. So now my opponent already has the largest army. And now I will be able to block him whenever I do roll a 7. At this point, I don't think I will be playing my knight just yet. Wow, I roll a 5, so I can go for another dev card, and I get a Year of Plenty as well. Pretty strong. So now I do have some plans of building 2 roads and getting a settlement on 6, 11, 12. That would just block my opponent by getting a settlement on 6, 4, 11. I cannot do that just yet, so I'll just hold on to these cards. My opponent rolls a 7. I don't mind if he steals my wheat. Steals my brick. That's a little unfortunate. So yeah, I'll still hold on to these cards and end my turn. So yeah, with that 3 roll, I think my opponent will actually get a settlement now in this turn. Maybe he will get a settle. Yeah, he does get a settlement on the wheat port before he can get a settlement on the. Okay, he gets settlement on both those places here. That is completely understandable. So here, I think I'll just play my Year of Plenty. Or actually, I'll just go for another dev card. Wow, I get another Monopoly. So I can get a road settlement in this turn if I play my Year of Plenty, but I think I'll just hold on to these cards for now. And my opponent keeps rolling these sevens. At this point, I will play my knight and block the 8 sheep. That's the only decent sheep production that he has. And because the 4 rolled, I will be able to get my settlement as well. So my opponent didn't even play a knight there. So most likely he doesn't have any knights in hand. And I get a VP as well. Wow. So I'm getting all the dev cards that I want here. Exactly the cards that I would have liked in this game. My opponent does play a knight. Will block the 5 sheep. So now if a 6 rolls, I will be able to get a city. Instead I roll a 5. So here I think I'll just play my Year of Plenty. This way I can get a city, increasing my sheep production and go for a dev card. I do get a knight, so I will be able to unblock myself. I don't need to play a monopoly just yet, so I'll just hold on to it. I get a wheat as well. Wow, that's pretty good. I do not have a 3:1 port, so I cannot do much with that. I mean, with the 3 bricks that I have. There's a very good chance I'll be getting the longest road in this game as well. Wow, I roll a 2 there. So maybe I should just build 3 roads to cut off my opponent and also secure the longest road. So that 2 was the perfect roll for me. And now with that 6, I will be able to get a city on 8-4-10. Yeah, I'll just do that here. So let's see what my opponent does. The thing with Monopoly is, in a 2-player game, it's never going to be a great time to play Monopoly. So in this case, my opponent has 2 sheeps, and I might just play a Monopoly just to get my settlement on the... Yeah, I think I'll just do that here. Although it's not the best use of Monopoly, but I will get my settlement and... Actually, I can get a road settlement as well, but I will go for a dev card here. I get a knight, which is completely fine. And because I have a pretty strong wood production, maybe I can get my next settlement on the brick port. Sorry, on the wood port. So that is exactly where I will build my road towards and end my turn. So yeah, the 5 sheep being blocked isn't even bothering me too much. In that said, I will still play it now because there's a good chance I'll get wheat, and exactly that's what I get. And I roll a 7 as well. So here I think because I don't need more wheat, and also my wheat production is pretty good. That's why I'm just blocking 6, because that is a good production spot for my opponent. And yeah, exactly what I wanted there to happen happened there. I will get my settlement and just go for another dev card here. I get another Year of Plenty. Wow, very lucky with these rolls on dev card. So I think I'll just hold on to these cards and end my turn. So my opponent is having a hard time getting cities. Here, not much that I can do. I'll just end my turn. Wow, couple of 8. So being blocked on the 8 was not a good move here for me. But there is nothing much that I can do about it. And with that 5 roll, maybe, yeah, I can go for another city. If I play my Year of Plenty. But I think I would just try and get more dev cards here. I do get a VP, that's pretty good. So exactly the card that I'm looking for. My opponent will roll another 7. Steals my ore. So let's see if my opponent can go for a couple of dev cards here. Doesn't do that. Here, with the recent rolls, I think I'll just play my Monopoly on ore. That will be a pretty big hindrance to my opponent. Exactly there I get all the ore that my opponent had, and instead I'll just go for a dev card after doing a 4:1. I could have gone for a city here. Actually I cannot because I played my Monopoly. I cannot play my Year of Plenty in the same turn. I will just block my opponent. I get more wheat, not exactly the card that I'm looking for, so I'll just end my turn. So with the 4 roll here and with the wood port, I can get a city in this turn. So far this game has been pretty easy for me. Yeah, I think I'll just play my Year of Plenty. Okay. Yeah, I think just getting a city is fine. So I'll just get a couple of ores, convert my wood into another ore, and just get a city. And I think I will also build a road here, just so that in the next turn I can just build a settlement and win the game. Or maybe I might not even need to build a settlement. Let's see what my opponent does here. Does a 4:1 to get a ore and just goes for a dev card here. Here I will surely play my knight. I get a wood, so I think, wow, I think, yeah, that basically gives me the win. I can just get a settlement and win the game. So yeah, pretty short and sweet game. And yeah, my opponent did not build settlements early. He took a very long time. He did collect a few dev cards, but then quite a few of them were knights. I was very lucky in getting dev cards. A couple of monopolies, Year of Plenty were pretty good for me. Yeah. So yeah. So dev cards bought. I bought 10 dev cards, and with 2 VPs and 4 knights. So 2 monopolies and I think 2 Year of Plenties. Yeah, my production was just very strong because I was able to get a settlement on 6-5-11 soon. Now let's take a look at the leaderboard. So in this video I won 3 games. I have played quite a few games offline. I mean, offline is basically just not recording it in my fun time. My win percentage is 51, so it's just above average, and if you see, my ranking is still at 1687. Yeah, but then this is like 1v1 is more like a fun thing that I do. It's not something which I take too seriously. And yeah, bye for now and see you again in the next video. Bye bye.